Advance written notice of this meeting of the Pennsauken Township Board of Education was sent to the Courier Post and Philadelphia Inquirer. Notice appeared in the legal notice section of the Courier Post stating the time, date, location that formal action will be taken at that time. Notice was also posted with the Township Clerk. As President, I declare this to be a legal meeting of the Board of Education. Roll call, Mr. Oberg.
Mr. Brown. Present. Mr. Kofod.
Present.
Mr. McDevitt.
Here.
Dr. Maloney.
Here.
Mr. Stargell.
Here.
Mr. James Wilson. Mr. Rodriguez.
Present.
Mr. Wynn.
Here.
Mr. O'Brien.
Here.
You have a quorum?
Thank you, Mr. Oberg. Mrs. Stephanie James Wilson did inform the board she might be a little bit late for tonight's meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
President, make a motion to approve the minutes of the conference meeting of July 26th, executive of July 26th, the special meeting of August 13th, the executive of August 13th, the conference of August 16th, the executive of August 16th, the business meeting of August 23rd, the executive number 1 of August 23rd, and the executive number 2 of August 23rd.
I have a motion. I have a motion and a second on the question. Roll call, Mr. Oberg.
Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Kofod.
Yes, except that abstain on August the 13th, special and executive, and August 23rd, executive number 2.
Mr. McDevitt.
Yes.
Dr. Maloney.
Yes, except I abstain on August 13th, special and executive, and August 23rd, business, executive 1 and 2.
Mr. Stargell.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, but abstain from July 26th conference and executive, as well as August 16th conference and executive.
Mr. Wynn.
Yes, except on the median.
Okay. Mr. O'Brien.
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Mr. Oberg,
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I need to abstain on July 26th, both conference and executive.
Resolutions all still pass.
Thank you, Mr. Oberg. We have a report from the Zone PTA. We're going to move on to public comment on agenda items only. Pennsauken Township Board of Education recognizes that the schools are the concern of all members of the community. With this in mind, the Board of Education welcomes and solicits input from the public during the regular monthly business meeting. Members of the community are afforded an opportunity to express their views. It does, however, respectfully suggest that citizens attempt to resolve concerns by speaking directly to school administrators before bringing it to the board. Individuals with a relevant interest in the functions or duty of the board are invited to speak a maximum of 5 minutes on any one issue. You are required to give your name and address before speaking.
Anyone? President, seeing none, I make a motion to close the public portion.
Second. Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Oberg, that passed unanimously.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have any reports of committees of the Board of Education?
Yes.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Wishing you away. Any other things on committees?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes.
On behalf of the Public Relations Committee, I just wanted to acknowledge a teacher by the name of Eva Rosario and a gentleman as a teacher's assistant, Scott Jones, along with 15 students from the Latino Club who attended this past Saturday's New Jersey Hispanic Leadership Summit. All of these kids represented the school in a very fine fashion. They all participated heavily in all of their workshops, and I think they experienced a great opportunity to see what college life is like. I even heard feedback from participants at the summit in the other direction, especially from college students and other leaders in the community stating how well they behaved and how much they participated and how good it was to see young Hispanics, young students at high school participating. So I think that this connection was really a good thing for them, and I hope that it continues. Both the superintendent and myself participated in workshops. I also was happy to see too Mr. Stargell had participated in functions too. So I was happy to see that this outreach event occurred and was really well participated by our school students. So I thank the board for allowing that to happen, and hopefully we can continue to do that in years to come. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Any other reports on committees? Report of old business. Any old business coming to the board?
I just had a quick question, I guess, relating, sorry, to old business. In previous months, we've gotten reports of our homeless students in the district and where they were and all of the information related to them. It was an informational report. I don't see it. I was wondering if we were going to be getting that at some point.
It's something that we should be getting. Do you have something you want to say, Mr. Robert?
I can get the information provided to you.
That's excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other old business? Okay, we're going to move on to new business. I have something from new business. Mr. Marks, Director of Parks and Recreation for the Township of Pennsauken, gave me form and informed me that the parade that we participated in last November, they're going to have again this November. It's going to be November 24th. That's a kickoff to the holiday season in Pennsauken, and they're asking if the Board of Education
is going to participate again this year. Now, just like last year, I will be away at that time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this form and everything to Mr. Nguyen, and he's going to be the point person. Everybody contact Mr. Nguyen if they're interested. And if we have people that are interested, I think it'd be a nice thing for us to participate in it.
Mr. President, if I may?
Sure.
Every school in Pennsauken will be participating this student year in the, I believe for the first time as a unit, we will have representation of every school at our township parade. So we're really excited. We're getting banners for each school and parents and kids are participating.
Great. Any other new business?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes.
Just FYI, there was all the back-to-school nights are over with. Is that right, Madam Superintendent?
Yes.
Okay. There is some, just FYI, there's some feedback from the community that the double-up schedule, there was some concerns about doubling up on the schedule or having two in one night. The notice that some of the parents are concerned about advance notices. The other one, there was a concern about the busing, the SCAN program that we have. Now, I know that the concern was, does the program work outside of our own buses? The buses that are contracted, does the process still work?
No, only for our buses, our district buses.
Okay.
Mr. Overton
It's over?
respond to the contracted buses.
The Z-Pass that the children are using, if they're riding on a Pennsauken Township bus,
Right.
the system is operational.
Mhm.
With the contracted routes, since the contracts were in place prior to initiating the Sonar Pass, they do not do that. We are modifying the form of bid for next year, so that when we do go out to bid for the contracted routes, that will be a requirement for that. So if they're riding on a Pennsauken school district bus, it is operational. Outside of that, the answer is no.
Okay. But we are moving towards making corrections then.
Yes, well, we're moving forward to have the contractors in the future require them, but because the contracts were issued and bid prior to us putting this in, we couldn't change the form of
Okay,
contract.
okay, I understand that. There was another concern, and it has to do with teachers and teacher aides, the role of the inclusion setting. What is the role of in an inclusion setting? When is it that we would need another teacher as opposed to the classroom aide? There's got to be a distinct, there are different roles when you have an inclusion. We would just need to be a little more transparent with how we're doing that. If we have X amount of classified students in an inclusion setting, are we using teachers or are we using aides?
It depends.
Right.
It really does. It depends. And
We're not out of compliance by using an aide, correct?
not to my knowledge, no.
But it's something that we might want
Whether or
to.
not they can use
I
an
mean,
educational assistant, it
right.
depends on an IEP.
I understand.
Mhm.
Okay. So we might want to take a look at that maybe.
If there is a specific concern,
Mhm.
I certainly will review it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other new business?
Mr. President. Yeah, I just from FYI, send it okay for, bill for local school day, maybe Mr. David maybe fill in. A couple of years ago, I approached our former BA, just trying to engage a possible conversation about, if possible we extend, long day in school with a focus on middle school and our high school. And on my answer, the answer I got is because, financial, feasibility. But this time, because they really initiated, really pilot program, or you program. So I just, formally request our superintendent BA maybe explore any kind of possibility if really benefit for our district for this space, just, program. So,
Yeah, it does look like it's going to pass overwhelmingly. It's of course, they love to say pilot program that would pick up, I don't know how much of the cost, whether it's 100%, I doubt it. But yeah, I had sent it to the superintendent because just with the tagline, interesting. Yes. I guess you got to raise our hand.